Hey, Teddywinkle, have you heard the amazing news?
Are you talking about the fact that Silly Stories for Kids is going to be doing an incredible live show?
Yes, it's going to be called the Silly Stories Spectacular.
Yeah, I hope I'm in Melbourne on the 23rd of January next year.
Yes, it will be amazing. I'm going to buy tickets right now.
They're not quite ready yet.
What?
Nah, they're not. They're just making sure that everyone knows so they can put it in their calendars and make sure that they can be there for the very exciting, spectacular live show.
Oh, yes, because everybody wants to see the Pim Pim because the Pim Pim is the best.
Nah, I think they'll come for me. Anyway, let's let them listen to the story.
Oh, okay. Enjoy the story. I'll see you soon. Bye.
One day, 4 little girls named Holly, Aubrey, Brinley, and Zali were all in the kitchen. Now, they had decided that they wanted to make something very exciting because they were hungry, and they decided that it was a good idea to try and make their own food. As they were starting to go through the pantry, they were looking to see what they could find. There's not really much food in here, said Holly. Yes, said Aubrey, hardly any. I found the sultanas, said Brinley. Zali was in the corner. Zali, what are you eating? They looked across and she had a handful of flour. Flour, she said. Oh dear, said Holly. Don't eat the flour. They looked across and she'd eaten a lot more of the flour. She was completely dusted in a light dusting of flour. It was quite funny. But as the girls were talking, all of a sudden they heard a voice.
Oh, I could make something very special out of all of that.
The girls turned around. Pim Pim, what are you doing here?
Well, I heard you girls talking about food and I thought I'm hungry, so maybe I could help do the cooking because did you know that I am the best chef in the entire world?
No, you're not,
said a voice. The girls looked out the window and there, looking in through the window, was a teddy bear. Teddywinkle, said Holly. What are you doing here?
Well, I was hungry and I was looking for something to eat and then I heard Pim Pim talking about him being the best cook in the entire world and that's just not true because I am the best cook in the entire world.
I think that you're both probably the best cooks in no world, said Brinley.
What?
Said Teddywinkle. I am the best cook in the entire world, said Pim Pim.
Well, said Aubrey, I've got an idea.
What is your idea? Said Pim Pim.
Why don't we have a cooking competition?
Oh, yes, I love competitions because everybody knows that
Teddywinkle's the best,
yelled Teddywinkle. No, said Pim Pim. Pim Pim is the best.
No, Teddywinkle is the best and I will prove it, he said.
The girls laughed. Well, we can actually be the judges and maybe we'll help a little bit as well, as long as we help both of you at the same time.
Okay, I think that those are some good rules. Okay, how is the competition going to work?
Said Brinley. Ready, set, go.
What?
Said Teddywinkle. Pim Pim and Teddywinkle both dove into the pantry and started grabbing everything they could find.
I need those pine nuts.
I don't need the pine nuts. I need, what is this?
Pim Pim pulled out a jar of something that he didn't even know what it was, but it looked like it had been in the pantry for a very, 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 very long time, as whatever it was had completely crystallized. Pim Pim, said Holly, I don't think you should eat that.
Yes, not yet, because I need to turn it into something delicious first.
I don't know that that's a good idea, said Aubrey.
I'll eat it, said Bryn. Yes, said Pim Pim. Brinley, you can be the eater.
Brinley opened the jar and started trying to put her finger in.
Maybe not yet, said Pim Pim. I eat, said Zali.
Well, I would, said Teddywinkle, but I need everything for my cooking competition, he said.
The girls laughed.
All right, said Pim Pim. I am going to cook over here, he said.
Pim Pim, that's actually our lounge room.
Yes, I know, but this is the best place for the cooking because I need to be comfortable while I cook.
Well, I'll take the kitchen then, said Teddywinkle.
Okay, and I have decided exactly what I am going to make.
What are you going to make, said Aubrey.
I'm going to make Pim Pim cakes.
Pim Pim cakes, said Holly.
That sounds very interesting, said Brinley, but maybe you should make, pancakes. No, not pancakes, Pim Pim cakes.
Well, I am making a souffle, said Teddywinkle.
What's a souffle, said Bryn.
I'm not entirely sure, but I hear it's pretty fancy, said Teddywinkle.
Well, how are you going to make it if you don't know what it is, said Holly.
I don't know, but let's go!
So Teddywinkle and Pim Pim started pulling apart all the ingredients that they'd found. They started pouring them all into bowls and starting to mix them together. Pim Pim, said Aubrey. That doesn't look very tasty.
Yes, not yet. I think I may need to add some extra special ingredients.
What? Said Aubrey. Where are you going to get extra special ingredients?
Aubrey, come with me, said Pim Pim.
What? You can't go get special ingredients?
But Brindley said ready, said go. I did. That means that you can do whatever you want until I say stop, said Brindley.
When are you going to say stop? Said Teddywinkle.
Not telling, said Brindley.
What? Said Teddywinkle. Well, I need special ingredients too. Holly, come with me.
Okay, said Holly. Pim Pim and Aubrey raced out the back door, and Teddywinkle and Holly raced out the front door. When they got outside, Pim Pim looked around.
This will work.
He was looking at a toy car that Zali used to sit on and drive around the backyard.
Okay, so Aubrey, jump on, and then we will go get the special ingredients.
But Pim Pim, this car just kind of wheels around the backyard. It can't go very far.
Oh, you just wait, said
Pim Pim, as he started to poke something in the side. What is that? Said Aubrey.
Well, I keep this for very special occasions.
What kind of occasions?
Occasions where I need extra special fuel.
Extra special fuel, said Aubrey.
Yes, ready?
As he poured the strange fuel in the side of the funny-looking toy car, it started to make a noise. What? Said Aubrey.
Jump on, said Pim Pim.
Okay, said Aubrey. She jumped on, and Pim Pim jumped on the front, and then the car took off into the air. Teddywinkle and Holly were in the front yard.
What are we going to do? What are we going to do?
They looked up and they saw Pim Pim flying off into the distance.
Quick, we need to go get the special ingredients.
Where do we need to go? Said Holly.
I don't know, I just panicked, said Teddywinkle. Actually, wait, I know. I've got friends in Marshmallow Land.
Marshmallow Land, said Holly. How do we get there?
Well, we need to go straight up, said Teddywinkle.
But how are we going to go straight up? Said Holly. He looked around.
This'll work.
What'll work? Said Holly.
These are exploding flowers. Did you know that?
What? Said Holly. Just then, the front door swung open.
Did somebody say exploding flowers? Said Bryn.
I did, said Teddywinkle.
Can you please teach me about the exploding flowers?
Well, if you get these ones here and pick 4 of them.
Teddywinkle picked 4.
And then tie them together.
He strung them together with a tiny piece of string.
And then if you hold them upside down and hold on really tight, they can actually explode into rocket flowers that'll blast you up into the sky. Watch. Actually, before I go, I better help you.
Teddywinkle helped Holly collect 4 of the flowers herself. They strung them together, and then they were both holding on.
All right, Holly, are you ready?
Yes, said Holly. I think so.
Hold on.
With that, Teddywinkle flicked the bottom of the 4 flowers on Holly's, and then flicked the bottom of the 4 flowers on his, and they blasted off into the sky, straight up and through the clouds.
Okay, so how many did Teddywinkle say?
Zali popped her head out the door.
4, she said.
40, said Brindley.
No, said Zali.
4.
40, said Brindley.
Zali shook her head as Brindley picked 40 of the exploding flowers. Then she strung them all together and held on to the end.
Then I flicked the end and
the flowers blasted in every direction. Said Brindley as she was flying around all over the top of the house. Because she couldn't hold on tight enough to the 40 flowers, it sent her up and down and sideways and then straight towards the ground. She yelled. But then it was so powerful, it blasted straight through the ground. And then she was blasting and forming a flying flower tunnel right under her house. Said Brindley.
Tunnel, said Zali,
as she started climbing down and climbing through all the different tunnels as Brindley popped back up the ground. The flowers continued to burst and burn as Brindley kept flying through the sky. It was very, very funny. Meanwhile, Pim Pim and Aubrey had reached their secret location.
Okay, the Aubrey, I have collected the special ingredients.
What are those things? Said Aubrey.
Well, I have completely changed my entire plan.
Why am I not surprised at that? Said Aubrey.
Instead of Pim Pim cakes, we are going to make Pim Pim pizzas, and these are very special Pim Pim pizza ingredients.
What kind of ingredients?
Well, they are super secret toppings that I cannot tell you about just yet, but maybe it will be lots of fun when we finally get to eat them.
Okay, said Aubrey. We better get back. Brindley could say stop at any time. They jumped back on top of the flying car and flew back in the direction of home. Meanwhile, Holly and Teddywinkle were now standing on top of a cloud in the middle of Marshmallow Land.
Excuse me, can I have lots of marshmallows, please?
Said Teddywinkle. Why are you asking for our marshmallows? Said a man made completely out of marshmallows.
I'm in the middle of a cooking competition and I really want to win.
A cooking competition, said the Marshmallow Man. And who might you be competing against?
Have you guys heard of Pim Pim?
Pim Pim, said the Marshmallow Man. He was here last week. He caused all kinds of trouble when somebody said He's not here, is he?
No, he's not here.
Well, somebody said the word crazy, and he went ballistic.
That sounds like Pim Pim.
We'll do anything to help you beat Pim Pim.
Well, I was thinking of making a marshmallow souffle.
Well, we can definitely help you. That sounds great, said Holly. Can I help too? Of course. Let's make it here very, very quick, said the Marshmallow Man. So he took them to a marshmallow kitchen where they grabbed all kinds of different coloured marshmallows and they smushed them all. And then they opened up some kind of strange marshmallow oven and put it inside. How long is this going to take to cook? Said Holly. Bing! It is done, said the Marshmallow Man. Holly and Teddywinkle carefully opened the marshmallow oven. And when they looked inside, it was the most amazing looking marshmallow souffle that they had ever seen. Mainly because Holly had never actually seen a marshmallow souffle, but it looked delicious. Do you think we can try it? Said Holly. No, don't try it until competition time. Okay, said Holly.
Yes, because if we try and cut it too early, it might explode.
What? Said Holly.
Yeah, I hear that happens with marshmallow souffles.
Yes, it most certainly does. Now quick, get back to your competition.
All right, said Teddywinkle. Come on, Holly, let's go.
But Teddywinkle, how are we going to get back down? Marshmallow bouncy bots. What? Said Holly.
I've used this form of transportation before. It's called a marshmallow bouncy bot.
How does it work? Said Holly.
Well, you grab one of these big ones.
Teddywinkle grabbed one of the very big marshmallows.
And you hold it under your bottom.
What? Said Holly.
Trust me, said Teddywinkle.
Okay.
And then we jump.
What? Said Holly. We're really going to jump all the way down?
Yeah, it's fun. Come on, let's go.
So Holly and Teddywinkle both jumped out of the clouds, holding the giant marshmallow bouncy bots underneath their bottoms, and they went straight down towards the ground. Wah! Said Holly.
Yahoo!
Said Teddywinkle, as he raced down to the ground as well. As they came sailing down towards the ground, the marshmallows hit the ground first. That was amazing, said Holly.
Oh, I know, said Teddywinkle. It's the best.
That was so much fun. Have you still got the souffle?
Uh-oh. What happened to it?
They looked around. They couldn't see the souffle anywhere until poof, it landed on top of Holly's head.
Hold perfectly still,
said Teddywinkle. Okay, said Holly. So Teddywinkle and Holly walked back inside the house. When they opened the door, they could smell something delicious.
Uh-oh, said Teddywinkle. That smells good.
It does smell good, said Holly.
Let's go see.
So Teddywinkle and Holly walked in towards the kitchen. And when they got there, Pim Pim and Aubrey were sitting at the bench in front of a giant, amazing-looking pizza with all kinds of purple toppings.
Wow, that actually looks pretty amazing,
said Teddywinkle. I know, said Pim Pim, because Pim Pim is the best. Wow, said Holly. It does look incredible. Okay, said Brindley, as she was covered in dirt and slowly trying to lift herself up to the bench. Brindley, what happened to you? Said Aubrey. That doesn't matter. I did not grab 40 of something.
You grabbed 40 of the exploding flowers, didn't you? Said Teddywinkle.
40, said Zali. Yeah, I did, said Brindley. And it was so much fun. We now have a new tunnel maze under the house. What? Said Holly. Never mind, said Bryn. Okay, it is time for me to do the taste testing, said Bryn. So, she walked over to Pim Pim's pizza and had a good smell. Oh, that smells amazing. I think I know which one's going to win, so maybe I'll try your souffle first.
What? No, my souffle's gonna win.
Are you sure it's been long enough, said Holly.
I hope so, said Teddywinkle.
Brindley walked over. She took a knife and went to cut herself a piece of the marshmallow souffle. Teddywinkle, said Brindley.
Yes, Brindley,
said Teddywinkle, pulling Marshmallow out of his fur. Your souffle exploded.
It's part of the theatre,
said Teddywinkle. Well, said Brindley, as she scraped a bit off the side of her face and put it in her mouth. This tastes amazing! It's very, very tasty, but I'm going to have to deduct points for it being an explosion, and now I need to have a shower and wash my hair.
Oh,
said Teddywinkle. At least it tasted good, said Holly.
Yeah, but Pim Pim's pizza looks and smells incredible. We're in trouble.
Of course you are in trouble, because everybody knows that Pim Pim is the best.
So Pim Pim cut a slice of his pizza and handed it to Brindley. She picked it up. She smelt it one more time. Oh, amazing, she said. Then she took a bite.
Blah! Pim Pim, this is... what's happening in my mouth?
All of a sudden, everything in Brindley's mouth seems to start going ridiculous. It was flying around and zooming all the way inside her stomach and then back up again, and then it went up through her nose, and then all of a sudden, fluffy purple stuff came out of her nose, and then it went back in, and then it kept flying around the inside of her mouth until she opened it again. Blah! Blah! She said, as all the last bits of the pizza poured out of her mouth.
Pim Pim, that tastes disgusting, and now my nose tickles.
I know, said Pim Pim.
What? Said Aubrey. Well, I couldn't find the good tasty bits, so I just grabbed the ones that would make it funny.
So, you knew we were going to lose, said Aubrey.
Well, I knew that it was going to be a lot of fun, said Pim Pim.
Oh dear, said Holly. Oh, very dear, said Aubrey.
I declare you both the losers, said Brindley.
What? You can't make us both the losers.
Yes, said Pim Pim. You need to pick one that is a winner.
Just then, Zali came out of the pantry, holding a Weet-Bix with some Vegemite on it. Brindley picked it up, took a bite.
I declare Zali the winner, said Brindley.
What? Said Teddywinkle.
No way, said Pim Pim. Zali is the best,
said Zali. Just then, the kids' mum and dad walked into the kitchen. They looked at all the funny-tasting food. Wow, that pizza looks incredible, said the girl's dad. Can I have a piece?
Of course you can, said Pim Pim.
As he picked up a piece of the pizza and put it in his mouth, "What's happening?" he said, as the pizza was flying around inside of his mouth. Well, said Holly, I don't think you'd believe us.
Even if we told you.
And that is the end of the story.
This episode is brought to you by Teddywinkle's Cooking Classes. Do you need to learn how to cook good? Then come to Teddywinkle's Cooking Classes and I will give you all the lessons in how to make...
Hey, no, come to Pim Pim's Cooking Classes, where I can teach you to make food that is fun. Not just taste fun, but it can dance and do tricks too, which makes it really fun.
No, come to my school. It's better.
No, come to my school. It's even better.
Well, we hope you're enjoying silly stories for kids. Make sure to leave a review wherever you find your podcast.
And tell every single one of your friends, because Pim Pim is the best.
No, Teddywinkle's the best.
Okay, this has been me, the Pim Pim.
And me, Teddywinkle.
And me, Sam. We'll see you soon.